Whoa, what's growing on? So who remembers this project? The Don't Be a Grass Hole, the one we started back in May. It is now the beginning of November. We're doing a little bit of follow-up. We're here today doing some pruning, some fertilizing, and I'm here to show you guys around. So the abundance is real. This place has got it growing on. You're gonna freak out when you see some of the growth around here. I mean, everything is just really thriving. We still have our water cooler to get out of here. It's the end of the day, but we've done a bit of a touch-up today, some pruning, some fertilizing, and just kind of running through everything, make sure it's all doing really well. Mimosas filled in really nice. Right now, all the muhly grass is flowering out really nice. We pruned the olives a little bit, trimmed out the galangal a little bit. Seating area looks great. Everything is just flowering here. Look at all the Turk's cap hibiscus. So lots of reds, lots of pinks. I would say out of everything here that maybe didn't thrive, the only thing that's not kicking butt are the Japoticabas. We're going to do a little bit of a chelated iron drench on them. Hopefully wake them up, get them kicking butt, coming back again really well. Here's something that really excites me. You can see here around the bottom of this peach, there's some lemongrass, there's some Mexican sunflower, and the client is already doing chop and drop. Today when we did pruning, we did chop and drop. Chop and drop is cool. You know, it's okay to have a little bit of a unaesthetic look in an area that's not in like plain view all the time. So all the banana circles we're doing chop and drop, and all the fruit trees got a little bit of chop and drop. So any of the Mexican sunflower, any of the clumping grasses stayed here on site. The only thing we put in the truck were some of the palms and some of the weeds that got pulled out of here today. So I absolutely love when we come back to a site and the client's done a really good job maintaining it, and they're doing some chop and drop. I think she told me that they maybe have 3 hours a week here in maintenance. She's got a guy that comes over and does weeding and pruning for them. So I'd say that's fairly acceptable. They just had the spiraling ginger for the first time. Obviously been enjoying everything in this area. We tipped the jackfruit, we tipped the mango, we pruned the peach trees, we pruned the plum trees. We did prune these lemongrass a little bit. The shampoo ginger are just getting ready to go dormant. And all of these tropical sage are really doing well. Wasn't quite time to tip the mango again. It's coming up here very soon. Tipped the peach a little bit. All the cranberry hibiscus got tipped. The turmeric's just going dormant here as far as the winter goes. You can see the star fruit is covered in flowers, doing really well. Pagoda flower pumping out. Mulberry got a little bit of a tipping. Mexican sunflower, caliandra, firebush. I mean, look at this, guys. This was just a tiny little papaya when we planted it. Now it has fruits on it, and you can see a little bit of that chop and drop by the back door in with those pineapples. Olive tree kicking butt. Really dense ground cover of mimosa peanut. Here's one of our Alabama sweet sugar canes, and check out this passion fruit tunnel. What? Whew. So the only real downfall here was what I talked about in my first video, and the beach. They've definitely lost the beach. They're starting to solarize over here on the east side of it. It's in really poor shape. We're actually going to probably solarize it for about 3 months and come back and plant the entire thing in dune sunflower. Basically a cover crop, because they're not going to win against the weeds back here. There's definitely an abundance of torpedo grass, which can be really tough when you're in a water or wet area situation. Boniata sweet potatoes really filled out the bed nice. The canna lilies are just getting ready to go to sleep. This is an edible flower variety. You can see it's just starting to set some seeds, and these are those seed pods from the canna lily. And they're going to die back in the wintertime and come back again here in the summer. And you can see, look at the peanut in this bed, really kicking butt. Black-eyed Susans are kind of getting a little bit towards the end of their life, but they're going to reseed and come back. And you can see the different in the varieties here of Katuk. There's a really variegated variety, lightly variegated variety, tiny little bit of variegation, and then all the way over here on this side we've got almost just a regular plain green variety. So a lot of diversity in those. Seed pods are edible on those. They're delicious. Flowers are edible on those. They're really good. And you can see fresh cut grass looking pretty good. Okay, that's artificial turf. I was just joking. Dune sunflower. And you can see we actually planted those eggplants, and they still have big eggplants on them. Lynn, the homeowner here, is awesome. She's told us one of the issues she has had is cats. These two little, I guess we'll call them keyhole gardens. The cats love to come in here, kind of scratch the ground, potentially go to the bathroom. So she hasn't had a lot of production out of the keyhole garden, but the rest of the yard's been pumping out. More moringa than we know what to do with. edible leaf hibiscus, cranberry hibiscus, starting to get some passion fruits. Check this place out. So we just actually took out a couple of moringa. It was more than they knew what to do with. Really impressed with the way these passion fruits have filled out the trellises here. Looking awesome. Blueberries got a little bit of fertilizer. There's another persimmon. There's one on the other side. These all got organic fertilizer. Figs she's been eating. There's figs on them. You can see that one's getting kind of close. Banana circle. Here's another one. I'm quite proud of the chop and drop over here. Whoa. Got chop and drop. All the gaillardia is doing really well, covered in bees. Grafted black Suriname cherries are kind of hiding in here behind the mealy grass as it's flowering. It's really beautiful. Check out the African potato mint. Made a beautiful dense ground cover, covered in bees. It's just starting to flower now towards the end of its life. And the peanut has just densely filled in this front bed over here. Looks great. So got peanut. Something I wanted to show you guys I'm really impressed with. This is the variegated dwarf Simpson stopper. They're looking really good. They looked really nice in the backyard too. I like that little bit of a variegation in color, something different. And you can see this bed is completely filled out with mimosa, regular Simpson stopper in the back, and then a Cattleya guava. So this site is kicking butt. Michaela alba, probably one of the only other things that hasn't put on a ton of growth. So persimmons didn't do much. The Michaela alba didn't do much. Couple things maybe, you know, they take a little bit longer to get going, but for the most part, this place has been dripping in abundance. The loquats are flowered out right now. Lychees have put on a lot of growth. These are big avocados over here that have put on a lot of growth. I mean, look at this bed, pure solid peanut. So really impressed here with the follow-up. It's always exciting to come back to a project and see that it's being maintained, see that it's being successful, seeing that there's hardly been any failures here whatsoever. So this was an exciting follow-up for us today. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. I'm gonna go get that drone and throw that up over top. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so. Hit that bell to stay notified. And you guys know how I roll. Most importantly, pound dirt.